Hey guys, hey gals, how's it going? How is it going? Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the play button. That is it. That is enough kissing your behind. Let's carry on. I know. Ain't I awesome? I know. Just full of charm. Okay, so we are going to do what is called mental math. Let's start thinking. Let's use our noggin. Let's use our noggin. So I'm getting this. I guess I could share this link with you. Probably wouldn't matter. Education. It's kind of free. Let's see. What did I search? Grade 10 math PDF download. Okay. And I came across this. Education. Okay. And early. I know I'm not the fastest typer. What kind of diaper is a typer? Childhood. Mouse Krita writer. That's what I was trying to get at. Learning. Whoops. Learning. Let's learn, guys, gals. It's called learning. Okay, fill in your brain with information, good information. Okay, not useless information. Okay, good information. Let's see this site. So we're going to do what they call Unit A, gross pay, time cards, and percentages. Okay, I didn't really go through any of this. We're just doing it. Okay, so I'm going to be using my noggin with you. See if we could do this. Okay, I guess I could share this. Alright, so this is kind of the site. That's the site name. So here we go. You walk Let me just check the stream here. I'm pretty sure we're okay, but I should check it. Just to confirm, it's great to have you here learning. I won't lie, okay? Don't mind me being cynical because, you know, just a little frustrated and hungry, that's all. Check the stream. And here we go. Don't, okay, we're good. All right. So put this on there. Okay. So you walk to, yeah, we're using the metric system. Okay, hopefully most of you kind of can do both. I'm hoping you can. I don't know. I hate repeating myself all the time. It gets annoying. I won't lie. So check my prior series, guys. I believe I do kilometer to mile conversions. 5/8, I think it is. 1 kilometer is 5/8 of a mile. km to mile. Yeah, 1 kilometer is 5/8 of a mile. Okay, I said it so that you in the States, you peoples, you awesome, beautiful, intelligent peoples in the States can understand. Now, I'm not saying that in a mean way, right? Because if I say it the other way, 1 mile is, that's kind of what I'm trying to get at, okay? Don't take me wrong there. So 1 kilometer is 5/8 of a mile. You can actually understand because you understand the fractions. It's imperial and it's a mile and yeah, okay? All right, let's carry on. Okay, so going to here. Now, I guess I got to do this. Okay, so you walk 2 kilometers north, then you turn around and walk 5 kilometers south, okay? Let's think a little bit. So north is up, right? That's common. North is up. Okay, so it says, now this is going to be kind of annoying doing this. Or I could just go like this because I actually need it on the other page here. You guys seen most of it, so okay, you walk 2 kilometers north, so you're walking 2 kilometers north. Okay, we went 2 kilometers. This is the start. Okay, this is where we started. All right, and then it says you turn around and walk 5 kilometers south. Okay, 2. I'm gonna run out of room here. It's gonna be exaggerated, so we're gonna say that. Okay, 5 kilometers. Try yourself a little visual. Right? You can't spawn from there to here and go from here to here 5 kilometers because that's just not real. How many kilometers and in what direction are you from the starting point? So this is pretty easy. You guys should have the answer already. Okay, if we went 2 kilometers north, this is obviously south. We've walked the 2 kilometers, right? This is a total of 5, right? Right? Because it says you walk 5 kilometers south, right? So we are 3 kilometers to the south. Okay, this is 3 kilometers, right? Because 3 plus 2 equals 5. All right. Okay. So Evan, if Evan eats, he likes to eat 3 out of 5 pieces of pizza. Okay, Evan. We'll just see what these guys are up to, okay? And Nick eats 4 out of 5 pizzas. Okay, Nick's lucky. And Johnny eats Okay, so if Evan eats 3 out of 5 pizzas and Nick eats 4 out of 5 pizzas, right? If we do the math, we have 7. So how many pizzas do they have to order so that they both can eat as much as they like? I guess I don't know. Are they cutting pizzas into fifths? I mean, I guess you can. That'd be some weird slices. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Okay, Buddy's eating 3 of them. Okay, that leaves 2 pieces there. Okay, but that's just 1 pizza. So, and this guy, he's eating 4 of them. 4 out of 5. So, essentially, you would have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just say all of these, okay? There's only 1 piece left on that one. That is technically 2 pizzas. Right, it would work if you cut it into 8s. You would only need 1 pizza. Right? I don't know. Seems like a silly question. Okay, but the answer is 2. Okay, write 6 out of 2 in simplest terms. Okay? There we go. Okay, right? So if you're following along in the series, I love doing the multiplication of fractions and reducing. This is easy. So we're just factoring here, right? So you just gotta, we need a common number between the denominator and the numerator. Really, that's all it is. And it has to be common because, well, you can't delete values if they're not common, right? So what times 2 gives us 6? That's 3. You're really just taking the same fraction and just breaking it into parts. What times 2 gives us 2? That's 1. Right? So these cancel because 2 divided by 2 equals 1. And 1 times 1, believe it or not, it's crazy. That equals 1 too. That's amazing. So what we're left with is 3 over 1. And if you divide 1 by 3, well, crazy talk. You get 3. Okay, so there you go. All right, that's simple fractions right there. Too easy. Too easy. Okay, knowing 50% of 680 is 340, right? We should know this, right? I could do some. Okay, so we know 50%, right? If you understand money, you know a quarter is 25. You know 50 cents is 0.50. You also know that 50 cents is 1/2 of a doll hair. Okay? All right? I did that deliberately. Settle down. Okay? All right. Right? We know these things. This is common sense. This is currency 101 stuff. Right? Okay. So, 50% is also the same as saying 1/2. Well, I guess times 100, essentially. Right? That's how you get the percentage, right? We're going to get you to 120. Okay? Let's get you there. So knowing 50% is 680 is 340, right? So we could literally go, I don't know, I guess we could do kind of the long division. It's really easy. Okay? Let's figure out half. Well, what's half of 6? 3. It's so easy because we don't really so I'm just gonna go what times blah 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 6. Bring the 8 down. Okay. What times 2 gives us 8? That's 4. Okay. Put the 8. That's a brutal 8. I'm trying to kind of go fast here, right? So we have 0 and 0. So wow, 0 0 and 0. There we go. 340. Okay. Long division. Okay, so and it's the same as saying 680. I'm gonna try to speed this up, but we could go through a lot of different analogies here. Equals 340. Okay, there we go. All right, so evaluate 25% of 680. Well, that's the same as saying what's half of 340, essentially. It's the same. We're just basically going from 50 to 25 here. Now, how do we prove that? It's a good question, actually. How do we get 25%? Well, we know that 25 is half of 50, right? So wouldn't it make logical sense, right? 25 is also 50 divided by 2. So which means, like, really we can go like this. 100 divided by 2 equals 50. Half is 50 divided by 2. To get a quarter, you just got to go another half, right? So that's going to equal. So I guess we could do the long 340. 2 goes into 3 one times. When you divide, it's subtraction. Bring down the 4. 2 goes into 14 7 times. 14. 0. Bring down the 0. Leave 0. 0. Okay? So 170. Okay, that's the answer. 170, guys. That's my, like, how do you prove that? How do you show your work? I don't know. That makes sense here. We know that 25 is half of 50, so you can actually divide this by 2 as well, right? That logically makes sense. Okay. Okay, if you buy a shirt for $8, yeah, it must be nice. Not where I live. They would charge $28 because the Poodles made everything too expensive. You can't even buy pizza. So if you buy a shirt for $8 and jeans for, so this is a shirt. And 32, this is currency, guys, for a pair of jeans. Okay. Must be a good brand. Okay. Currency. $8. I guess I could show the zeros. Alright. Even numbers. And currency. Okay. Good enough. Alright. How much do you spend altogether before taxes? This is simple math. Right? So without taxes, before taxes, right? Let's say you're shopping or something, you only have $50. You can estimate it in your head, right? You look at the price tag and you're like, okay, simple math 101. I know that 32 plus 8 is 40. So if I have $50, I should probably stop there. Depends on how much taxes are. You know, maybe you have enough to buy, I don't know, a chocolate bar or something. Okay, there we go. $40 is the answer. That was easy. Right? I hope I'm not going too fast. Okay. Unit questions. Convert 47. I haven't done any of these, guys. I'm just kind of doing it with you. We're winging it. 475, 47.5 into a decimal. Okay? Right. Okay? So I've kind of gone over this a little bit, right? So how do you get a decimal? Well, you can just take this and divide it by 100, right? So without using your calculator, right? This is what you do. Okay, it's no different than the kids help dad until dad calls mom stuff. We're just playing what I call decimal hopscotch, decimal leapfrog, decimal negative leapfrog. It doesn't matter what you call it, but you get it, right? Okay, so what we're doing is basically, look at this. 100 has 2 zeros. Okay, where's this decimal on 100? Right, any whole number, the decimal's to the right. It doesn't matter what whole number it is. That's where the decimal is. We just don't write it because, well, we just know it's there, right? If you have $1, you know that that's how you would write $1, right? Okay. So, with that said, all we need to do really, this is easy. Watch. Take this without using your calculator. Convert 47.5 to a decimal. 1, 2 jumps. Okay? That's what they mean. So it's equal to 0. That's the same thing. That's the answer you're going to get right there when you divide by 100. 4, 7, 5. There we go. Okay? That's it. Let's throw in some yays, give you guys some excitement. It's the only good thing of the channel is the kids going yay. I don't know, you got to do lying videos and be fake and stuff. It's the only way to get famous, right? You got to be fake. You got to do lying videos. Don't do anything that's intellectual. By all means, don't. Okay? People don't watch that stuff. Except for you guys, of course. But I'm a realist. Okay? The faker it is, the more lies it has, the more drama it has, the more popular it is. That's the reality, and it's pretty sad. Part of my frustration too, guys. Okay? Lame sauce. That's all I can say. Lame sauce. Okay. Change 17% to a decimal. Okay? It's the same thing. So 17%, right? Once you understand that logic, right? Anytime you're doing percentages or you're figuring out how much you got on your exam, right? I'm hoping this is the 50 percentile people, you know, the ones with the IQ of 91. That's their mark, not your guys' mark. Your guys' mark is like more like this, okay? That's your guys' mark, right? We're getting you there, okay? Because you're more intelligent than the 50 percentile, all right? Okay, I'm on the right too, so and I'm just gonna stop there. You don't want to really know my thoughts. Okay, 17% to a decimal number. Okay, we divide by 100, right, to get that decimal. To convert a decimal to 100, we multiply by 100, right? That moves the decimal. 1, 2 jumps to the right, right? 0.17 times 100, right? 17 even. Why does the decimal go to the right? Good question. The decimal is technically here, so, but that's just the way it works, okay? So taking the decimal, it's easier to understand when you're taking 17 and turning it to a decimal. It makes a lot more logical sense because you're going like this with the decimal from right to left. I just say making it 1, I guess. I don't know. To make it 100, you got to go the other way. I don't know how else to explain that. It's just the way things work out mathematically. So to get that 17%, it's the same thing, guys, right? You take 17 and you go bop, bop, and there you go. There's your answer. That's the answer right there. I already wrote it down. Okay? Without even touching a calculator. Plus, you know, you grind enough math. If you grind enough math numbers or calculations, it just becomes embedded in your head. Like, you just memorize it, kind of. It's been a number of years since I've been in college, and I'm still doing this stuff, guys. Okay, I do this for fun, just to keep the brain fresh. I don't know if my brain's fresh or not. I don't know, but I like to think so. Write the decimal form of this. Okay, it's the same thing, guys, right? To get a percentage to a decimal, we divide by 100. Okay, right? That's how you convert a percentage to a decimal. I'm just gonna write it here. I was thinking of erasing the north there, but whatever. We'll just leave it. Okay. Percentage to a decimal. Divide by 100. Okay. Essentially, it's 100%, but that's how you cancel the percentages. If you think of it logically. Well, it's like that, right? So it's no different. Okay. Take 100. Where's the decimal on 100? It's right there. Go 1, 2 jumps. Okay. So take the 4.32 and we go 1, 2 jumps. The decimal is now there. Put a 0 here and a 0 place filler. There we go. That's our answer. Okay. 0.0432. Okay, I'm gonna leave that because that's the only humorous, the only comedy that's up with the channel. That's the best I could do, guys. Okay. That's the comedy right there. Okay, where are we here? How far are we in time here? Yeah, not too bad. Okay, it feels like it was longer, but I'm glad it wasn't. Let's see. Okay, we got how many more? There's a few here. If you guys, yeah, I continue doing more, I guess. All right, here we go. We'll do some other stuff here, and then we'll take a break, and we'll continue in the next video. Okay, so let's do another one quickly. So rank the numbers highest to lowest, right? Okay, so they're gonna give us some random numbers. 0.5, 0.05. This is just to get you to think a little bit. Which is greater? Which is smaller? Okay, 0.09. Okay, and 0.25. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's think of this logically. All right, so you guys should know these, right? These are easy. We know that 0.5, just think of this like 50 cents, and this is a quarter, right? 0.5 is 1/2 in fraction form. Okay, a quarter is 1/4. Okay, we know this, right? 0.3. That looks like we were just talking about, right? So what is this in a percentage? If we multiply 0.3 by 100, 0.3 times 100, right? What are we doing with the decimal? We're doing 2 jumps, 2 zeros, guys. That's how it works. Think of the zeros as, it literally just bit my tongue. The 2 zeros are, think of them as the jumps, the decimal jumps. We have 2 zeros, therefore equals 2 decimal jumps. 1, 2. So that means 0.3 is like 30 means 30 divided by 100. Okay, I don't know if you understand. Fractions more or less, I don't know. Let me undo all that, and I'll just write down 30 divided by 100. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, now let's multiply this by 100. That's 2 jumps. 1, 2. That puts the decimal there. So that means that's 5 divided by 100. Okay, same thing here. 2 jumps. 1, 2. That means that's 9 divided by 100. You're following? Okay, we could do the same thing here. This means 1, 2, 25 divided by 100. I think we could, and this will be 50 divided by 100. So we should be able to, now that we have a common denominator, we should be able to organize this based on what we have here. So 5 out of 100, this would be the lowest. So how do we do this? Highest to lowest? All right, from highest to lowest. So from highest is 50, right? So this is the first one. To lowest. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, right? What would the lowest be? Okay. Okay. Well, we could go in order. It's up to you, right? But you can visually see it. The next one's going to be here. This is going to be the third one. This is going to be the fourth one. And that's going to be the fifth one. Once you set it up logically, they all have the same denominator. It's easier to see, right? Now that you understand, right? Again, 100% is your friend. 1, 2 jumps. That puts a 0 right there. 1, 2 jumps. That puts a 0 right there. Okay? That deserves a yays. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? Okay. Evaluate the following. Okay, this will be the last one and we'll take a break. I have to bring up one thing though, just to show you. Hopefully you've been following the series and you know what this is. Right here. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to close this, rotate this. Okay, I've drawn you I call it an integer grid. Doesn't really matter what you call it. But if you line up the 0 is center, okay? We all know what 0 is, right? Again, you guys are all intelligent people watching. Okay? You're going to be the IQ 120 above club. That's what you guys are going to be. All right? Because you don't waste your time watching stupid stuff. All right, so to the left, all integers, all negative integers increase going to the left. Okay, as you can see, the number increases. Yes, it's negative. It's increasing in the negative direction. It's still less than 0. Okay, take note of that. It's still less than 0. Okay, negative 26 is less than 0. Okay? But as you can see, the values increase numerically, like in digit value. Not including the sign, but digit value. Okay? To the right of 0, this is normal. This is what we're used to, right? We count to... Anything to the right increases to the right. These are all positive values, right? Okay. The other thing is, if you're starting at negative 26, you're going to need to go minus 26 plus 26 just to get to 0. In turn, if you're starting at 26, you have to go 26, take away 26 to get to 0. Okay? That's mathematics 101 stuff. Okay, so with that said, it says evaluate the following. Okay, they have 2 minus 3 plus 6. Ooh, they're really trying to trick us. Times 2 minus 5 times 4. I'm going to double check that I wrote this. This is why they do those kind of questionnaires. They give you one of these kind of problems to, they could weed out the people that actually, like, I'm trying to not be too negative here, but yeah, you can weed out the idiots from the people that actually understand math. So what you can do here is, right now, you guys already know what I'm doing here. Okay, you should know this. I hope you do. Bed mass, pad mass, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. Potatoes, potatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Parentheses, brackets. It's all the same. Okay, so 2 subtract 3 plus 6 times 2 minus 5 times 4. Let's simplify this. Okay? So you can visually see it. And now you can actually work the parts. You guys, it's okay to add in your own parentheses. There's no parentheses police out there, okay? You'll be fine. You won't be under arrest for adding parentheses. Okay? So all I've done is added brackets, parentheses, whatever's. Okay? So 2, again, we have to start with brackets. Well, exponents, we don't have any. So you can just ignore it. These belong together, this belongs together, this belongs together. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay? 2 minus 3 plus. Keep the brackets. 6 times 2 is 12. Minus, keep the bracket. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so what did I do? Oh, the 3. Okay, missing. All right. So let's work the problem. Remember when I was saying, I hope you're following this. There's an imaginary 1 there. Okay, anything times 1 is the same number. I don't care if it's 10 billion, trillion, zillion, quadrillion. You multiply that by 1, you're going to say the exact same thing that I just said. All right? You're going to get the same value. Okay, so what we have here is 2 minus 3 plus 12. There's also a 1 there. This means 1 times 12. So that becomes plus 12. That's how you attach. This sign belongs to this. There's an imaginary plus here. We don't write it, but it's there. This negative belongs to this 3. And then so we have, to finish, negative 1 times 20 is 20, negative 20. Okay, so this negative belongs to this 20, okay? Let's look at our graph, okay? Where's negative 20? Right here. Okay, we're on the left of 0. Okay? Where am I here? So, I'm going to use these values. Okay? There are many ways I could do this. I could go to, like, it doesn't really matter. You could kind of do this, and then you could do this. 2 take away 3 is negative 1. Now, why is it negative 1? Because you need at least 3 jumps to make this equal to 0. Okay? You're still at negative 1. Let me show you. 2, we're at 2, and we went 3 jumps. Is that right? 3 jumps to the left. Okay, we're at 2. 1, 2, 3. That puts us at negative 1. Okay, 2, 1 is right here, 0. 1, 2, 3 jumps. We're at negative 1. You have to understand how the grid works. Plus 12 take away 20. This number is larger. Just ignoring the sign, this 20 is bigger than 12, right? This is how we think. But we're still in the negative, okay? Think of it. We're still in the negative. This is negative 20. We need plus 20 jumps just to get to 0. If we're only doing 12 jumps, that means we're still in the negative. We haven't crossed the finish line, okay? Negative 20 plus 12 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That puts us at negative 8. Okay? Plus, because we have to keep the sign, I'm going to go like this. Okay? So we have a negative 1. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay? Minus, because we're going to get rid of all this. Okay? Minus 1, minus 8. So, minus 8 minus 1 puts us at minus 9. Remember, when you have two signs that are the same, you're increasing in the negative direction. It's no different if I went 1 plus 8. These are all positive. 1 plus 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 puts us at 9. If we're at negative 1 and I go negative 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That puts us at negative 9. Okay? If the signs are the same, you're increasing. The direction, the signs mean the direction. Okay? Direction is to the left. If you have two negatives, the direction is this way. If you have two positives, the direction is this way. All right, I hope that makes sense. So our answer is going to be negative 9. And that is the correct answer. So drop the yays quickly. So I could have went from left to right. Right to left. I could have went negative 20 plus 12. Negative 20 plus 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're at negative 8. Okay? Oh, look, it's negative 8. So now we're going minus 3. So that means we're going left. Okay? Negative 8 minus 3. 1, 2, 3. That puts us at, right? Because if we're going negative, we're going negative. Negative 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. That puts us at negative 11. Okay? Okay, negative 11 plus 2. That means we're going right. Okay, negative 11 plus 2, 1, 2. That puts us right at negative 9. It all works out the same, guys. Okay? I hope that wasn't too confusing. I'll do more if you like. I love this. This is still easy math, guys. Trust. Okay? Once you understand the logic, whenever you have a negative sign, you're going negative. Whenever you have a positive sign, you're going positive. You're going right. Negatives go left, positives go right. Also, things that you need to know about negative signs, they have the power. They have more power than plus signs do. Okay? I don't know if that kind of makes sense, but yeah, negatives, they matter. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Keep being awesome. All right? I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now. Johnny says, peace out.